everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Ducks will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On the move is the 30. Got a lot of running room. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he got loose, it was all over. And the PAT makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're just about ready to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he wants it all. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Wide receivers, they might at least have a hint of deep end. right? Like, they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Gentry. Coming after him. Hit as he throws. And he intercepts it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Yeah, this defense is dialed and already forced one interception. Had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, making some plays.
A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Neal boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
To the air. It's Gentry. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
Using his legs, it's Valentine. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds his man enough for the first. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run it over.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And he breaks into the open. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Sooners! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished with a bolt of lightning, a 98-yard run for 6. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run and play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Back to throw, it's Gentry. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner will be knocked down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And
that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've got a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on, hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I'll tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
On second down, looking to throw. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Gentry. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Working that left side now. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He finds his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Falter, Bill Musgrave, or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history.
Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Oregon! Lining up to add another. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooner offense returns to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively.
And the pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarter Page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Lawrence. Quarterback moving. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And the returner is stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that lap.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man all by himself. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Running back searching for a hole. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Scanning the field, it's Gentry. Makes a grab over the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back.
You know, runs like this, oftentimes you're like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum. Score.
Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the tackle. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Powers through the defender. And runs through another guy. Touchdown Ducks! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the Hands team is able to corral it.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
They'll start this third quarter with a run. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That might have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there. Offensively, nice play call going with the toss to get that running back to the outside. I'm telling you, if he makes that guy miss, that might have been 6.
They'll leave it with him. After the filthy move, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Gentry. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 5 over Ohio. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Snatches it on the right. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack play.
Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got his man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Looking to pass. It's Lawrence. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. It's complete to the left. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
3rd and goal coming up here. They're testing the right side here. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your back for more.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game. Looking for a huge play. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Bulls his way forward. Touchdown Sooners! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the point after is good. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown.
41, Oklahoma, 27.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Gentry. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Using the quick game. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Got his man on the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he's got him set up. Defense finally gets him out of bounds at the 3.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Western Kentucky. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into...
Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line. And the offense falls on the football, but they are short of the line to gain. It'll be a turnover on down.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. You're like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
51, Oklahoma, 27.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggression. Sends it downfield. He's got it all right. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Offense set on first down. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. He's going up top here late in the game. Makes the grab on the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Here comes the two-point try. Back to throw, it's Lawrence. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Dick.
Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And he tacks on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Buys a little extra time. Fires downfield. Lost, the defense is wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's picked off at the goal line.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Guys, you got this. Let's win.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books.